obviously we have to get from 0 to 1 for brickwork, but kind of our vision for creating this was, you know, so how can we be part of the conversation to help with the homeless crisis, right? Because it just keeps ballooning up. And if we only rely on politics, it's never going to solve itself. It's got to be a full-on effort, private community. Of course, there's a lot of people out there that are championing this kind of cause, and albeit I'm not trying to undercut that, but it's too few, and it doesn't feel like everyone's vested in it. So all I hear are complaints saying, "My goodness, the politicians." Before it was, they were in certain areas. Now they're in every freeway underpass now, and they're ballooning out, and there's fires going. I'm like, yeah, you're talking about the problem, and you're trying to place the blame on the politicians, but no, it's like all of us have to get involved and figure out, okay, what can we do, right? How can we maximize and utilize some of the capital that we've already voted to tackle this into bringing more units or more beds out there that's safe and transitional, right? Like beds
Yes.
is one thing that it at least solves the minimum need of them not sleeping on the sleeps or streets. But I've always thought it should be kind of like an assembly line. They're not there for just no odd reason. I mean, they need to be rehabilitated, right? So you have to have counselors and psychiatrists to diagnose what's going on, right, at this point, and then what kind of help we could provide you in addition to the housing. And then there should be more of a retraining, retooling, and an ability to go back out in the job market, have counseling and help, and off drugs and all that good stuff. But again, this is multifaceted. But anyways, I just want to throw
There's
that
just
out
a
there.
few things that come to mind,
Yeah, please.
working in this sector for so long
Yeah,
is, um, we have to have community buy-in.
yeah, I
So many
agree.
projects
Yeah.
get
Yeah, you
get
can't have protests not in my
NIMBYism.
backyard or street. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was ridiculous. I agree.
NIMBYs need to turn into YIMBYs
Yes,
because we need to love
always.
our neighbors and
Yeah.
get everybody off the street.
Hmm.
And if you'd
Hmm.
rather step over them than having them live in a
Yeah,
building
yeah.
next to you, there's
Agreed.
a problem.
Agreed.
Um, we need to I think there's a real public private opportunity here because there
Mhm.
are funds deployed, as you mentioned, but
Right.
the barriers and the encumbrances that come with those funds are
Right.
many. They're
Yes.
very difficult
Yeah.
to deploy,
Right.
because of all the layers of bureaucracy that are on it. And
Right.
a lot of them are great layers, like, are you using a local workforce? And what's the, are you using a diverse workforce, and so these
Yeah.
are all great things, but they
Right.
are hoops to jump through,
Right.
right?
Right.
So a private money goes so much farther than
I
public
agree.
money. It
I
really
agree.
does. And you know things that we can put our money into that make a modest return, like
Mhm.
that project in South LA that I was mentioning from
Mm.
Flyaway Homes.
Mm.
They they make a modest return, but those people are investing in ending homelessness, and that's a huge
Agreed.
impact. And so
Yeah.
that's something we need to consider.